What do you want to start with, the pass breakup or the punt block?
Whatever y'all want to start with.
Let's start with the punt block. What did you see there?
Man, I wasn't even supposed to go. I ain't gonna lie. I was supposed to help block for a blocker, and then it kind of just like we didn't get lined up correctly like early, and he blocked so hard down. I saw no guard, like no shield, and I was like, let's go make a play. And so that's what I did, and ended up working out in our favor. So it's one of those take a risk moments, and it worked.
What's the conversation on the sideline when wasn't what you were supposed to do, but you came up with the play anyway?
They didn't even ask questions. They were. I might get told about it tomorrow, but they didn't say anything on the sidelines. They didn't notice. So.
What is that like when you see that opportunity, you get close, and maybe as you get close, you realize, oh, I might be able to get a hand on this thing? What is that like?
Shoot, it was lucky live, like especially for this game, just because I feel like personally it was one of like those more upbeat games, like where it was close for the whole game until like the fourth, and so like it was a surreal moment. And once I like saw I had the opportunity, I was like, dang, it would be nice to block it, but I mean, hey, it worked out. So
how much confidence is this defense playing right now? I mean, 11 total points in 2 games here.
Surreal. I mean, it's crazy. I feel like they shouldn't even have got like a touchdown. We had 45 yards of penalty on that drive. So, I mean, we kind of walked them into that one. So, I feel like we got a lot of things to clean up, but defense looking a lot better than last year, and I love it. I love to see it. I love to see how our defense is. And then offense, they just showed that we can strike at any moment. Like, we was playing conservative and then threw it right down the middle of the field. And so, I mean, I think there's a lot of confidence in this group, but that can also be a bad thing. We don't want to get overconfident, and because we still got more tests down the road, and this is one game. We're 0-0 right now, so we got to go 1-0 again next week.
How do you stay grounded?
Before the season that you were pushing to be involved on the return game. Just what does it mean for you to still have an impact on special teams, even though you were back on return?
It's a great thing. Like it's especially if you're on special teams, it shows that the coaches have trust in you. Because if you wouldn't be out there if they didn't. So I mean, just to be out there as much as I can I'm helping the team out, and that's what I want to do at the end of the day. So it's a great feeling.
How do you keep the defense grounded? You mentioned confidence, but trying to stay hungry. How do you keep that up?
I think we always overemphasize like last year how we went 3-0 and then after like kind of went downhill. So we got to know that. I think it's a great group of guys though. Like we already know that it's a new mindset. Like last week we knew like we won against Arkansas State, but then Monday, we was already flipped around. We was ready for SMU. Like, we had a new chip on our shoulder, and that's what I love. If we keep that every week, like, we can do big things.
What's it like seeing Danny have the game he did today? It seemed like he was everywhere for the entire game.
Phenomenal. I love to see it. I love Danny. He's our like leader on defense. Like he's one of our like big leaders. He talks to us before and after games. Like he's a great guy. Like I love to see that he had 17.
Yeah, 17.
It's great. Like I'm happy for him. It's great. Tackle for loss, sack, hurry, and a fumble recovery. Great game.
Walk us through your 4th down pass breakup.
I was just doing my job. And if I was late on that job, he would have caught it for a first down. So that's where it really just comes into like knowing my responsibility and doing it. Because as a freshman, like you tend to like, all right, they do so much tempo that you're like, all right, where am I lining up with this and this, trying to get the call. But you just gotta like slow down, just do your job, and things will happen, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
There were quite a few close losses for this team last year, and you weren't a part of that, obviously, but what kind of confidence did you sense in the group, offense and defense, when SMU cut the lead to 3 there in the 4th?
I saw no fear on the sidelines. Like, I can tell you that straight up. Like, there was no one like, damn, like, they getting close, like, nothing. We had no fear. Like, we knew we had to come strike back, and offense was going to strike back. We had a 3 and out or something. I think it was 3 and out, was it? Or that's when they went for it on 4th down? Yeah. So, we go out there, shut them up, we go score again, and we push the lead up to like 3 scores. So if that don't tell you like how we just keep rolling with the punches, like we don't let those things get to us, then shoot, we're dangerous. So.
Well, back to that pass breakup, like, being in the game at that moment, it's a close game where those plays kind of matter. How big is that maybe to know the coaches have confidence in you to be on the field in those kind of moments? offense?
Man, I love it. Like, obviously, like I feel like personally I could play a little better. I did mess up on a couple things, but to have that trust like means a lot to me, and especially like as a freshman, like I could be like a sophomore and like it'd be different because I know the system. Like I've only had less than a year to learn the system, so I mean throwing me out there, like the trust is I appreciate them doing that and letting me play ball.
Not just that, looked like you safety, cheetah, middle, like a couple of different spots tonight. What's that like going through a game week prep and knowing that you're going to do all of that?
I mean, it's just that next man up mentality. Like, if I want to play, I need to know all those positions because Justin Harrington lost his helmet. I'm like, all right, I got it. Going in at cheetah. And so, and I'm waiting on the sidelines every third down, cyclone or six pack. Like I'm ready to go in because I want to play. I want to get those moments, get thrown into the fire. Like it's a great experience. I love playing for this school. Like it's amazing.
You forced a fumble and blocked a punt in your first 2 weeks here. Anything planned for week 3?
Shoot, hopefully an interception. Dropped one of those, but we'll try and get that next week.
You mentioned a couple of penalties on the touchdown drive. You had the pass interference or called for it at least.
Yeah.
What was the conversation with Coach Vendel's right when you had come out to the?
It was just, I mean, I wasn't in the correct technique per se, so that was on me. But I feel like I made a good play on the ball. I feel like I didn't really like sway him like with my left arm or anything. Like I just felt like it was there. So they call it like that. It happens.